Okay, let's dive right in. Are you totally tired of the hassle of mailing checks or standing in those notoriously long lines just to pay your property taxes? Well, welcome to this explainer. Look, if you're a homeowner, you already know that property taxes are just one of those unavoidable realities, right? They fund our schools, public safety, local infrastructure, the whole shebang. But actually paying them, that shouldn't feel like a second job.
Today, we're discovering how easily you can pay your property tax online in Tulsa County, literally from the comfort of your couch in just a few clicks. Whether you're a first-time buyer trying to figure this out for the very first time, or a long-time homeowner looking to just streamline your financial chores, we are unpacking exactly how to handle this. We want to save you time, money, and honestly, a lot of unnecessary stress.
And we really have to take this seriously because unpaid taxes have some pretty dire consequences. Take the heartbreaking story of Valencia Payne. She's a disabled Tulsan who inherited her mother's home of over 30 years. She fell behind on a property tax bill of just $560. But because she couldn't pay it, penalties began piling up, averaging $1,200 a year. Under state law, just 3.5 years of delinquency forces the county to place the property on the auction block. She almost lost her family home. The system moves automatically, which is exactly why staying on top of your payments is absolutely vital.
So, to make sure your property is completely secure, here's our roadmap for this explainer. First, an introduction, then property lookup, the payment process, confirmation, troubleshooting and FAQs, and finally, our conclusion.
All right, let's jump into Section 1, Introduction, Timely Payments, and County Departments.
So the single biggest point of confusion for homeowners is knowing exactly who does what in Tulsa County. Think of the assessor as the property appraiser and the treasurer as the bank. You look up your property value, dispute an assessment, or file for homestead exemptions with the assessor. But they don't actually take your money. You pay your tax bill to the treasurer. The treasurer is responsible for issuing the bills, processing your online payments, and providing the receipts. So basically, bill too high? Call the assessor. Payment isn't showing up? Call the treasurer. It's as simple as that.
Moving right along to Section 2, Step-by-Step Guide, Gathering Your Information. Okay, before you can actually pay the treasurer, you need to gather your unique property details. You'll start over at the assessor's portal. Simply type in your street address or your legal name. And a quick insider tip here, avoid using punctuation to get the absolute best search results. Once your property pops up, you want to copy down your specific parcel number. Think of it like a social security number for your property. It never changes, and it's for sure the absolute best way to ensure you're paying the exact right tax bill in the next step.
Which brings us to Section 3, Payment Process, Submitting Your Payment Online.
All right, with that parcel number in hand, you're going to head over to the official Treasurer's View/Pay portal. Now, a quick warning, always avoid third-party bill-paying websites. Start directly from the county page to prevent any unnecessary delays. Just paste in your parcel number, double-check that the owner name and address match perfectly, and review your current balance. Oh, and definitely be on the lookout for any prior year penalties before you move forward to select your payment method.
Before you hit pay, you really need to keep these evergreen deadlines in mind. Every single year, around November 1st, original tax statements are mailed out. You then have a choice. You must pay your tax bill in full or make your first half payment before January 1st. So, December 31st is your hard deadline to avoid those harsh late penalties. If you choose to pay just the first half, your remaining second half payment is due before April 1st. Missing these dates triggers immediate penalties and interest, and nobody wants that.
So when it comes to actually paying, you should know that convenience fees are pretty much unavoidable online because the money goes straight to a payment processor. Credit cards charge a hefty 2.35%. To put that into perspective, on a $3,000 tax bill, that's over $70 lost just to fees. But here's an amazing workaround. Choose the electronic check or e-check. It costs a flat fee of just $1.75. That's it. Whether your bill is $100 or $100,000, it's a real game changer and by far the most cost-effective option.
Next up is Section 4, Confirmation and Record Keeping, Securing Your Receipt.
Once you finally hit Submit, securing your receipt is vital because the county actually doesn't automatically mail them out anymore. But please note this incredibly important detail. Online payments take 1 to 2 business days to fully reconcile with the third-party processor. So if you check your balance immediately after paying, it might still show that you owe money. Do not panic, and whatever you do, don't submit the payment a second time. Just give it 48 hours to clear the system. Like I mentioned, since receipts aren't mailed, you'll want to print the confirmation screen right away or save a digital PDF of your receipt directly from the View/Pay tool. Just make sure it shows the transaction confirmation number, the exact payment date, and your parcel number. Keep this in your records for tax season or, crucially, for potential mortgage escrow disputes. If you ever need to prove you paid to avoid a lien or to clear up an issue when selling your home, this piece of paper is literally your golden ticket.
All right, let's get into Section 5, Troubleshooting and FAQs, Solving Common Tax Payment Issues.
Look, property taxes can be complex, and things don't always go perfectly to plan. For instance, if you open your bill and it seems shockingly high, check if your homestead exemption fell off. And remember, you must contact the assessor to fix valuation issues, not the treasurer. Also, if you have a mortgage, your lender is legally required to pay your tax from your escrow account by December 31st, but don't just blindly trust them. Log into the portal in late December to verify they actually submitted it.
Now, if you're paying directly, the half-payment rule is a fantastic tool to help manage your cash flow, especially during the expensive holiday season. It allows you to split the bill in two. Just remember, if your total tax is under $25, you can't split it. And listen to this part. If you pay your first half, even one day late, like on January 2nd, you completely lose the right to split the bill, and the entire remaining balance is due immediately with penalties.
And finally, Section 6, Conclusion and Additional Resources, wrapping up your property tax journey.
To wrap things up today, you'll definitely want to keep these official portals bookmarked. By using the exact assessor and treasurer links, you bypass those predatory third-party sites, skip the long lines downtown, and eliminate the stress of potentially losing your property to a devastating tax auction. You can also use their automated phone payment system, or just visit their headquarters in person on West 6th Street if you ever get really stuck. And this is absolutely crucial to note. This explainer is intended for informational purposes only. Please consult with a professional or the Tulsa County Tax Assessor's Office for official guidance and assistance with your specific property tax situation, because rules and millage rates can vary greatly depending on your exact address and school district.
So are you ready to take control of your property taxes and explore more ways to safeguard your home equity? By staying proactive, setting calendar reminders for those November and March deadlines, and utilizing that e-check option we talked about to save on fees, you are well on your way to mastering homeownership in Tulsa County. But honestly, it does leave you wondering, if the system for simply paying our taxes is this complex, how much do we really understand about where those billions of dollars go once they clear the bank? Thanks so much for joining us on this explainer, and we'll see you next time.